Hello, this is Pastor John, and we're going to go through Second Kings today, a short little study. I love Second Kings because it has one of my favorite prophets in it, Elisha. Not Elijah, but Elisha, his successor, Elijah's successor. Elisha succeeded Elijah after he was taken up in a whirlwind into heaven. Elisha became the new prophet, and he was... this happened around 850 BC, and he was very much like Elijah in the miracles, only he did twice as many miracles as Elijah did. Very interesting miracles, very much like Jesus did in the New Testament. You can read about Elisha in 2 Kings, chapters 2, all the way up to his death, in chapter 13, where it talks about all these miracles. Some of the miracles, just to kind of summarize what he's done, were number one, he parted the Jordan and he crossed. After he took Elisha's mantle, his cloak, he tapped it on the water and it parted the Jordan and he walked across on dry land. These are major things that he did. He also rescued the armies of Judah, Israel, and Edom from Moab. He created oil from a little jar to fill many jars. That way he could provide for a widow and her children that were, she owed so much money to debtors that they were going to be put into slavery. He brought a child back to life that had died, and he also fed 100 men from a very small amount of food, very similar to Jesus feeding the 5,000. One thing that he did that you don't read about in the Old Testament really ever happening was he healed leprosy from a man named Naaman. But what I really want to talk to you about, and we're going to read in chapter 6, he recovered the head of an axe that had fallen off the axe handle. It flew into some water, and he recovered it. And you might ask yourself, why is that such a big deal? Well, let's read in chapter 6. The sons of the prophets said to Elisha, "Please notice that the place where we live under your supervision is too small for us. Please let us go to the Jordan where we can get a log and build ourselves a place to live there." "Go," he said. Then one said, "Please come with your servants." "I'll come," he answered. So he went with them, and when they came to the Jordan, they cut down trees. As one of them was cutting down a tree, the iron axe head fell into the water, and he cried out, "Oh, my master, it was borrowed." Then the man of God asked, "Where did it fall?" When he showed him the place, the man of God cut a piece of wood, threw it there, and made the iron float. Then he said, "Pick it up." So he reached out and took it. Now, when you think about all the other miracles that were listed, why the iron axe head? Why is that even considered as a part of this? Why something so insignificant? I mean, we lose our keys and it upsets us, and yes, we rejoice when we find them. We lose things, and it is a big deal. And we do have these small problems. But it's amazing that God wanted that put into this story, into this book, for a purpose. And why is that purpose? Because he wants you to know that it's not just the big things in life that he cares about, it's the little things too. That you could take your little problems to him, you could take your big problems to him. He cares about each and every one of them. There's nothing that gets past him. So why not take your needs to him? Why not take all those small needs to him and rejoice that we have a God that put that specifically in here so that you know that you could. What a great God that we have. One thing I do want to say about 2 Kings, there's 2 verses in 2 Kings that have always meant a lot to me, and they're for a lot of reasons, some of them almost funny. If I have not told you these verses personally, and you don't know them, if you can guess which two they are and post it on Calvary Chapel's Facebook page, I will make a little post there, and you can put it in the comments. You will enjoy a banana cream pie. Not made from Walmart, not made from Hy-Vee. It will be made in the kitchen over here. I will make it, and you can win it. But you have to guess the correct two verses, and it should be pretty obvious if you think about it. Anyways, it's good talking to you. I miss seeing you all, and goodbye.